Okay, so what we're going to do now is take the downloaded files that I gave you for the Core JavaServer Faces 3rd edition book and show you exactly how you would use them as examples. So the way you do this, I've already downloaded and unzipped the files into a directory, and from that point what I do is I have to actually, since they're not in full NetBeans format yet, but all the sources are there, you create a new Java web application using web application with existing sources, as we of course have. Then we would say next. We would go and look for where the sources actually live. Here I happen to have put them in my temp directory just to show you how this would work. The main directory, Core JSF apps, and then I picked chapter 7s. And in each of the chapters you'll find that there are multiple ones for you to view, and they basically correspond to what you see in the book. So let's say we pick Validator 2. I would say open. The project name here is whatever you want it to be. By default it'll be the same as what is in the file, but of course you can change it if you want to make it more memorable to you. Then you would say next. You would pick the Glassfish server, and the context path you would leave the same as your project name. You would say next. If you wanted to add any libraries, which we're not going to need to do, you would put them there, and then you simply say finish. And then you will have a fully available NetBeans project. You could do a clean and build if you want, and you can watch it and see it built successfully. It created the WAR, that's web archive file. That's where how the packages are actually deployed in Glassfish is in this particular format. Then you could look through these here. Typically they would have the interesting places to look would be in the configuration files, inside the pages. Here's a resources directory. It has a CSS styles in it, the main HTML files, and then of course where the beans and EJBs, etc. all live. Okay, so in this case this is a kind of validator example. So if we simply run it, you should see it'll come up, it'll pull up your browser you're using. In this case mine is Firefox, and then it will do basic authentication for you. We'd have to look to see exactly in the source what kind, but if I say process, you can see didn't give me any errors. If I try to put in, let's say, a negative number, took that. Okay. Expiration date, let's try to put in a weird date. See if it, nope, it buys all that. So obviously this particular one is not validating in the normal sense of how they usually work. But the point is that the way that you actually create the project is what I just showed you. So then you can, if there's particular ones that you're interested in looking at, then you can actually load them like this. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just let me know, and good luck. There's a lot of good code here for you to use, and feel free to use whatever you want. You can borrow it, you can build upon it. You know, just simply give credit where credit is due when you use it, but I have no problem with you using it as the basis for your projects too. Okay, so good luck.